Yes. We are ready. We are ready for Crystal Palace next weekend. Chelsea friends, Chelsea fans all around the globe, you are highly welcome. Yes, you know, sometimes when you're overexcited, some of these mishaps do happen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. What do I need to tell you right now? We are ready for the Premier League season. 2025-2026 season, Chelsea are ready. 6 goals in 2 games, conceded only 1. Joao Pedro scoring 5 goals. 5 goals since signing for Chelsea. Joao Pedro, 5 goals in 5 games. 5 goals in 5 games since signing for Chelsea. Joao Pedro. Reece James will always be Reece James. Caicedo, give it, typical Fabregas pass. Do you remember Fabregas? Yes. Caicedo with a typical Fabregas pass. You cannot take anything away from the game. Everything was spot on, even in the second half when changes were made. Just little differences you could see. Little difference. Ladies and gentlemen, Estaval will always be Estaval. Forget about Yamin Lamal. Forget. What Estaval can do, Yamin Lamal cannot do. I'm telling the truth. Let the comparison begin. Let the comparison begin now. Let it start now. What Estaval can do, Yamin Lamal cannot do. Let the comparison begin right now. And hey, we've seen the best of AC Milan. Trust me, these guys, they are good. AC Milan are good. The only thing is Chelsea is top notch. AC Milan are good. But Chelsea, we are top notch. The talent in abundance. The skill set. The confidence. Delap coming on. Even though he was not seeing much of the game, which as I was watching the game, I concluded that Enzo Maresca want to find a way of playing a game for the 9. Because it looks like the system we are playing does not suit number 9. Our number 9, typical 9, will not be having so much of the ball. I don't know whether you get my point. Yes, we are creating chance for all the front liners. So a typical 9 might not have so much of the ball. We have to find a way to create chances for the number 9. But well, the penalty came in and he slotted it in perfectly with confidence. Then, the last second goal was a typical number 9 goal scoring. Typical number 9 instinct. He didn't break the ball. As soon as the ball was arriving, it's like, and that is a typical number 9 goal. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, this afternoon's game, for me, it is the right game at the right time, in the right moment for us to start the league with. Tomorrow, the players can have a break. They come back on Tuesday, prepare for the game for the weekend. I think our game is on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not too sure. Against Crystal Palace. But ladies and gentlemen, now, Robert Sanchez. We saw Flip Jurgensen in the other game. Comparing to Robert Sanchez, I am personally more comfortable with Flip Jurgensen. Though Robert Sanchez made some serious saves from this AC Milan side, some dangerous shots, he saved those. But hey guys, the goal that they scored, that AC Milan scored, for me, it was still avoidable. You could see clearly the AC Milan player did not have the full turning. It was not fully balanced. He didn't get a balance. And it was a tight corner. Sanchez could have easily saved that. That ball shouldn't have entered. But I think he miscalculated the distance. Yes, he did. He miscalculated the distance. That is how come we considered. Though, in actual fact, I predicted, for those of you who watched my preview, I predicted 3-1. I predicted 3-1. So when they scored their goal, I was like, yeah, my prediction came true. But when watching the game along, I was like, told my guys that, look, it could be 4-1, it could end up in 4-1. And, you know, yeah. Very soon I'll be launching my Instagram, my how do you call it? Telegram, yes, where we'll be giving out some odds. We'll be giving out some odds on this network. I'll be launching my Telegram hopefully by next week. Ladies and gentlemen, it is post-match reaction. It ended Chelsea 4, AC Milan 1. Chelsea 4, AC Milan 1. What are your thoughts? My thought is what I'm just voicing out here right now. The game is a good pre-season game. And I observed one critical moment. I noticed that we press with full force. Whenever Chelsea is pressing, if you are an opponent right now, let me send a strong warning to all the 19 other teams in the Premier League. Yeah, the league is 20 teams, right? 20 teams in the league. I'm sending this warning to the 19 other teams, clubs in the Premier League. If Chelsea is pressing you, if Chelsea have the ball, know it that we are coming with full force. We press with full force in the first half especially. Each time Chelsea have the ball, it looks like the whole 11 players on the pitch are pressing you. It's as if the whole 11 players are the one play. We are pressing with full force. Our press, very good. Our recovery on point. Listen, this is what we expect Chelsea Football Club to become. We are beginning to get it. And hey, kudos to Enzo Maresca. I think in 18 games, we lost 2 so far. In the last 12, 13, we'll be winning. And thank God, we are entering into the new season with this momentum. But hey, we cannot get complacent. The second half, it got to a time where we slowed down a little. Maybe tiredness. Is it second half? Yeah. Before the changes were made, we slowed down a little bit the game. And we gave AC Milan now began to press us. That is a moment that I felt that the players, maybe they were tired or it's part of the game strategy. But when the full changes were made, we saw, during the last water break, Esugo coming on, Gusto coming on, Tariq George coming on, Santos coming on, Estaval coming on. We made wholesale changes. And then from that moment, we started to see again the real press with all the talent. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me point out a few players. I spoke about Estaval, I spoke about Reece James. Let me talk about Gittins. Yeah, this reaction will not end without talking about Gittins. Gittins is good. I love him. I like him. But let me say this. Gittins now, I have seen why many people, before Chelsea even signed him, we know that he's not an end product yet. Shooting. Gittins had, in my memory serves, at least 3-4 chances that he could have scored. But Gittins, this is not in Madrid. Sancho, if Sancho cut in and Sancho shoots, he scores. But Sancho's problem is that he doesn't like to shoot. He likes to give an assist. Do you remember? Sancho prefers to give an assist instead of shooting. But anytime Sancho shoots, he scores a goal. Michael Drake. he can cut in, he shoots. Most of times, it's on point, but he misses. I mean, either the goalkeeper will catch it or there'll be a block. Now, Gittins, watching Gittins, 1v1, you cannot beat him. Only 1 or 2 occasions that he was closed down by 2-3 players. Just about 1 or 2 times he was closed down. But every other 1v1, he wins the battle. The problem Gittins have right now, that Enzo Maresca needs to work on, is Gittins' shooting ability, striking. Otherwise, then he should be doing what Sancho does best, giving assist. Because Premier League, every opportunity counts. You miss one chance, one goal scoring opportunity, you might not get it back again in the Premier League. So instead of shooting and shooting wide, give an assist. After the 1v1, you want a challenge, cut it in. We have many attackers in that area. Estavao is there, Kopama is there, the Pedro Neto is there, Enzo Fernandez is there, even the DN, Caicedo himself is there. We have players that can just, tap in. That is all I can say about Gittins. Who else? Estavao, I spoke about Estavao. Estavao, for me, Estavao, what happens? Listen, you see, my guys are trying to talk about the players. I will come back and prepare for all those ones. Kopama, for instance, in the first half, the first 5-10 minutes, he wasn't in a game. The first 5-10-15 minutes, Kopama wasn't in the game. He was lost. I think until the free kick time that we saw him coming, we saw him beginning to get lively. Yeah. I'm not too sure, but for me, watching the game from the onset, Kopama, the first 10 minutes, even when Chelsea scored the first 2 goals, Kopama wasn't really in the game. We scored our first goal under 5 minutes, second goal under 10 minutes. Kopama wasn't really in it. He touched the ball 1 or 2 times, but he wasn't really in it. So at that moment, I was even confused whether Kopama was in the match, was in the game or not. Ladies and gentlemen, so my post-match reaction, it ended 4-1. Chelsea 4, AC Milan 1. And it's a good preparation for the beginning of the Premier League. Trevor Chalobah, we will get a full report. I pray and hope that it's not a serious injury. Yes, I pray and hope that Trevor Chalobah issue is not as serious as it looked like, because he was taken off due to a knock. Right now, we are here to get a full report from the coach. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my post-match reaction. It's been good game in all. I enjoyed it. It doesn't look like a preseason game. The whole game was as if there was a trophy, and truly there was a trophy. But we are tired of lifting trophy. You see our players, they didn't want to. You give it to this one and say no. Give it to this one and say no. They are tired of lifting trophies. And this one, we call it cup. My Nigerian brother will say cup. This one is a cup. This is a cup. This is not a trophy. This is a cup you can drink Milo or coffee from. Cup. Yes. Dear friends, it is what it is. Chelsea, we are blue. Estavao, my boy, he's on point. Estavao, this guy, Delap, 2 goals. Penalty, yeah. Normally, we do count penalty in addition. But hey, he did well by that striker instinct. That second goal he scored was... So kudos to Delap. We want to see more of that. We want to see more of that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.